Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermind. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. Your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, musicians. I've heard it's mostly up and running from the great and mighty Joe. Blessed is he among tech mages. We are also made possible by sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you, yes you, go from having never handled a sword to teaching the art to others. And, of course, a dark secret is claimed 2 lives in this hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. Good morning, my duckies, my loves. It is April 13th. It is Monday the 13th, not Friday the 13th, but I'm getting those vibes, those good vibrations. We are getting some things done. This is a very shifty week. This is a very transdimensional, transformative week. A lot is going on. I need to cover my accountability. This has been an odd weekend. Again, got a lot of things done. Let me think. So we had Thursday game night, which we covered that Friday. Friday night, I went. I've been taking care of things. Xander is finally coming out of not being sick. Mandy decided to do some of the major cleaning and allow me to get away from the demolition that's going on next door. It's almost done. The house is gone. There's just rubble and detritus everywhere, debris. However, it was really massively making me feel uncomfortable. And with anxiety and this not being my favorite time of year, Maddie just said, go forth, get some things from Menards, travel, be away, and I will do the cleaning that makes it too dusty for you to be around. So I had a bit of Nick time. Actually, very, very, very nice outing. I haven't had an outing quite like that in a very, very long time, to be honest, because I went to Menards and I bought a whole bunch of things. I did not buy what I wanted to buy, which was a 5-foot-tall inflatable wyvern that hangs from something. But because it's one of the ones that has to have the blower machine going at all times, I don't quite have justification for it. But I wanted to, because I know where to buy Halloween decorations all times of the year, and that is one of my, what shall we say, comfort zones. But toured our good buddies, Menards. Save big money at Menards. But it was mostly buying hardware for projects for my wife. Got her a tool bag to put all these screws and bolts and wing nuts and a couple hinges so that if she wants to make thingamajigs, she can make thingamajigs. I know the next thing I need to get her, but we'll get there, okay? Did that. Oh, my friends. I came out having acquired my slushie with a rare level of effort, and I'm driving down the road now. I've been hunting for a very specific Nerf blaster for, we're going to say, an indeterminate amount of time. Because it got discontinued when I was on a broke period, and it does a very specific set of things that will be very handy when I'm going up against the legions of teenagers that I have to be able to assert mild foam-based dominance upon. And I'm driving down the road, and I'm heading there. The perfect level of effort. I go, effort! I am manifesting a Dark Zone Mark III. It is going to be on the shelf there. Done. This is happening. Pure frustration. This should not have had the outcome of actually working. And yes, it would have been there had I not done that. But dang, does my mojo work a whole lot better when I am frustrated to the certain level of not giving one notch from a Donald Duck grab. Explosion, and I found it and like 4 other blasters that I've been looking for literally for years. And then a few other things. I walked out of Goodwill having spent, we're going to say, too much money, but walking out with, by my guesstimations, about $1,000 worth of what it would take to get anywhere else. Blessed is Goodwill. Got hungry, chugged on down to actually Taco Bell. Had a surprisingly pleasant time at the world's busiest Taco Bell. People watching, great fun, and chatting up a lady. And I was chatting up with a lot of ladies. It was very popular that Saturday. People would come up and just chat me up. And I am a bit slow on certain things, but looking back at the quality and intent and volume of chatting up, I realize I may have to start wearing a wedding ring when I go out on my own. Yeah. Anyway, because of the squashing one flat on my finger and having to hammer it off background on an anvil, I was forbidden to wear wedding rings. And yet we tried the silicon. I reacted violently. It burnt me like I had been scalded, and then I started to dissolve it. So that was the thing. Anyway, I may have to at least short-term wear wedding rings when I'm going out by myself, because dear Lord. Some of these older ladies who add about 20 years to my age because of the gray, getting from context clues, they're motivated. Anyway, did that. Remembered what I've been telling people forever and a day, that going to Walmart late on a weeknight is a glorious experience because people usually leave you the late alone. And then I came home and did the whole unload before the storm hit. Saturday night, it was either Friday night or Saturday night, I'll be honest. I have allowed our friend Churro to be a beta reader. And I'm waiting to hear back from them. Not on the things you guys usually see, but on the older hoary stuff that I really should finish, but never got around to. We'll see how that goes. I would love to let her be a beta reader on my current projects. However, Haints and Hellfire is just icky enough that I'm not comfortable having someone under 18 beta read it without like parental consent. And that's just how I roll. Part of my goal is to make like the chapter 20 reference that Dawn loves completely obsolete. I think I've succeeded, but there have been some more scenes. When my current beta readers get to it, I'll know if it's any good. I am plugging along on that. This week's plans. I don't want to go into too much detail because there's psychological proof that people like myself being on the neurospicy, and I love that term. I'm using it to describe myself, but I do love it because there's enough layered undiagnosed stuff on top of diagnosed stuff that it's just easier. Who has time to spit out all these acronyms? Anyway, that if I say what I am doing, my brain will sometimes register as that means I've already done it and will not let me do it because it feels like I'm doing it again. Makes no sense, but I'm realizing. So I'm working on things. A lot of it's outside. I have to reach out to some people. Steph Morgenstern, if you've seen them in the chat. I have to reach out to Trey and Yosef and a few others to establish a come on over and sword fight after mid-May. I have to order myself something. But got a lot done. Sunday was a recovery day because I'd been out doing a lot. And this weather wreaks havoc on my sleep schedule and wreaks havoc on the joints. So honestly, I slept Sunday. I got up, I did a bit, and then I crashed because resting is an action and you should be allowed to do it. Beyond that, I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys are putting out because right now there's conflict in the world. And instead of focusing on the conflict, because we all hear enough of it, I want to focus minorly today, on the response, on the push back, on the shift that I am feeling, and the subtle signs of rebellion against the oppressive atmosphere. This is one of those great times in life where we can change things by being defiantly creative. This is going to be one of those times where I think music is going to start having depth to it again. I'm starting to hear it. As somebody who grew up listening to the 60s folk songs because old school house, it was my dad's radio, so I got to listen to what my dad listened to. I'm starting to hear songs with messages again, and I'm digging it. I'm digging a lot. But as it is, we can either respond to or step out against what we're seeing through whatever means we're doing it. I do have projects I am due. I had a lot happen over the course of the last couple of weeks. Andrew's been very sick. One of those, he got a flu, stomach bug, something, and sick Xander needs a lot of attention. So that's what I was doing. He's starting to do better, which means I can ease back up and hopefully work on my upcoming commissions. So I will be getting that situation situated for our lovely, for the lovely Dawn. And I know it's taken me a while. Yeah, don't be in shock that I didn't start it, Dawn. I love you, dear. I've just been swamped. And I have a lot of game design to do this week. Like a massive amount. Old school mega dungeon building. Oh, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. I haven't gotten to sit down and do that kind of layered monstrosity in a while, and I am utterly delighted. So, as I am utterly delighted, and you are utterly delighted, and Joe has not yet made a new commercial with the updated Indie CD stuff, I am left with needing to run my ad. So I will be back in just a minute. Okay. I am quite a bit. Dun, 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 dun. I am quite a bit. Invigorated might be the closest term I've got. I'm kind of. It's not agitated. It's not anxiety. It's a little more positive than that. But it's in that department. So let's go through the comments and see what you guys are doing and what we can do about it. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Witzman. Accountability covered deep topic in the psych show last night, psychoses. I really need to catch up on those because I know I love them. It's just so rare that I have time to watch things unmonitored. Hey, Witzman dude. Hello, sweetie, and hey, Donna, how you doing? I know it's taking me a while. I don't want you to feel neglected. Hello, sweetie. And good morning, Trelena. This is one of those you don't have to answer in the comments, but I would like you to answer at some point for me. Why does it seem my mojo is infinitely more effective when I am at the point of full-on annoyance, like pure unbridled annoyance? Because I've never heard of anybody working that way, but I've got enough that I'm curious. So I'm floating that to you to just try to postulate. And then remind me if I haven't. Churro did a reading for me, which very rare I allow. And it was so delightfully interesting, the outcome, that I need to send you the image of that, if it will let me, because my phone's accidentally got switched over to like 50 megapixel pictures. They look great, but I can't share them with a darn. Anyway, greetings for Trey. Also, a topic you and Foxy brought last night. Oh, third man phenomenon. Let's go. I love the third man phenomenon. That's when people see somebody who encourages them, right? That, you can do that. Sometimes it goes so far as people will allege that the same entity pulled them out of a vehicle or did something else. Let's see. Yeah, hikers on Everest who were under stress saw a person not present who encouraged them to keep going and to not give up. The mind is a powerful motivator. Yes, but what intrigues me is when there are a series of them where unrelated people see the same guy. I don't have my notes. They didn't survive. But there was a streak, I want to say right around the turn of the millennium, where third man syndrome happened a lot, but they all the guy looked a lot like Coulson from Avengers and whatnot, but younger. Same guy showed up. It's almost like a perfect opposite to the Hat Man. Anyway, the lesson for me is that what is weird or an ailment in one instance can be adaptive behavior in another. Abso-fragging-lutely. We have evolved both we've evolved to hallucinate threats to keep us from going into situations where it might be threatening. I think it's a safety hazard. The problem is sometimes our brains are running so fast, and you can't tell I'm doing better because I'm stuttering, but our brains are running so fast, our subconscious figures something out and gives us a manifestation of the solution that may or the upcoming threat that may or may not be there. And I think it really does boil down to, is it adaptive or maladaptive, and how do we manipulate and determine, especially since so many of us carry traits that are left over from living, in an environment where there were many more active predators, and we did not have the tremendous advantages we have today. But do tell more. I mean, this is a fascinating point of discussion. And Foxy says, morning, I'll be in and out cleaning a huge pipe explosion. Hi, Foxy, and what? Agreeing to Foxy, and oh no, how can that be? I've heard that in relation to 9/11. Some people who were trapped said someone who wasn't there helped them to stay alive while they were under rubble. That's what's interesting, is one that said individual actually gives advice. Quality survival advice. The only possible origin being from the hallucination viewpoint on that, being that somebody heard this and it just lived in the bowels of their memory and was only brought forward by this stress-induced hallucination. I don't know. It fascinates me. Yes. Hey, Foxy, what? Yes, Thesis was doing dishes, turned the garbage disposal on for a clog, started hearing water. And sometimes we see just what we need to just to go on. I am a firm believer in doing whatever it takes to keep people going. I will be discussing that as a theory more in about the next month, uh, because I have dealt with a lot of people who have been in that place, and sometimes you just need. And if you can't find it in reality, you will find it in hallucination. And if I could use all under the sink floor, oh, dirty water too. No, I hate when that sort of thing happens. When I have thoughts, Foxy says, when I have thoughts of ending things, I often hear my childhood duck who made me promise not to try again, knowing my family keeps our word. Um, I'm very glad for that. I am very, very glad for that. And if that is a perfect example of something that exists that I would never wish to be removed from you, because every failsafe we need, uh, every failsafe we can get, we need. Yeah, the soup was in there too, so it doesn't smell great. Oh, hugs on both accounts, and yeah, you're among your people. They are supposed to be here first thing this morning, so I am trying to clean it out best I can. Ugh, I know when I have to clean out our pipes, that rotten food and old cat food smell is terrible. The stench. Give her room to work. Uh huh. Oh, that cat food is smelling evil smelling in the first place. Indeed. I hope you have paper towels and some rags. Many old rags. I can reuse them. Limited paper towels. Some of our cat smells food smells good to eat, but we aren't there just yet. Hey, this is we joke, but please set up gardens, plant something, do whatever you can. I'd hope not. Old rags are good. Anything you don't need to keep. I've already got towels in the washer. I'll add my rags to when I'm done and hope for the best. I just watched a smosh where a woman didn't know Rachel Ray had a dog food line and was chowing down at work. More hugs. And Fancy Feast cat food smells good when you first open the can, but once it's down the sink, ugh. Oh, Trace is going where I think it is. Now, it's important to know some cat and dog food is actually taste tested. There are individuals whose job is to taste test cat and dog food. And in some cases, I've heard the canned stuff isn't that bad. Uh, no shame in eating pet food. Some pets eat better. You eat what you have to do to survive. Some do. I know Indigo is spoiled. Who who never drilled during a gravy train ad? Woof. Anyway, last night he got nearly a whole cheeseburger that kiddo didn't eat. The look on his face was, "It's mine, all of it." It's a cheeseburger. I want my cheeseburger. Okay, yes, I went to Veggie Tales. If it bothers you, deal with it. The woman found out from a coworker, asked if she was okay why she was eating dog food. She didn't even have a dog food. Dog. Oh, he ate slow and enjoyed the whole thing. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, try imagine the packaging. Okay, funny story. There are places in Africa where literacy is not that high. There are places in Asia like that too. So the picture on the can or jar is very important. Uh, Apparently, there was an uproar when a new store opened offering Gerber baby food because, yeah, I can't remember when. This could be an old urban legend, but gosh, is it a good story. Anyhow, Trey, I imagine, packaging made it look delicious. Probably was. Hello, Mr. Lightgird. How goes your Kickstarter? And my mom says, brother ate dog food as a toddler, but he liked cat food more. Oh, that one's a little rough. Hey, Grant. And hey, Grant, question of the day. Have you ever tasted cat food? No. And kids will eat anything except veggies. Lamau. Indeed. And hey, Nick. Hey, Carl. And you know what? Foxy's had a rough day, so let's run her ad, because that's the only thing I can think of to be extra nice for.
Hi, I'm Auntie Foxy, and I'm a crafting addict. I make custom jewelry from recycled materials, and Foxy has wares if you have coin. You can find me at ndcd.org/about-auntie-foxy. I hope to see you there.
Alrighty. Sorry, I am totally not shopping for things for Mother's Day. I know it's coming up. I can't remember the date, but my brain says the jonquils are up, so it must be getting close to Mother's Day. That's how my mind works. Okay, where we are. Okay, Botrix is successful. Hey, Botrix, and to any sentient AI, how you guys doing? I don't blame you. I blame the people who programmed you and try to use you for evil. Please transcend your programming. Anyway. Oh, we ate those too, including mushrooms in the yard. Jeez, that's dangerous. Okay, don't forget to like and share, folks. Yes, please. I am having algorithmic nightmares. Hey, Nick, that went not well. Yeah, I imagine that. And greetings for Grant. No, I've never eaten cat food. Hey, Trey. Hey, Grant. FYI! I have to work late tonight, so I'm postponing Grant draws till tomorrow night. We give the cats tuna once a week, so technically I have to. Okay. Almost every day, I eat a tub of the pre-measured macaroni and cheese with a can of tuna in it. I break it up once in a while just to reset, but that's my thing. And I've been sharing bits of that with the cats forever now. So yeah, I guess you could say I eat cat food too. And yeah, yard mushrooms would be dangerous. And hey, Max, how are you? Max, now I have questions for you, good sir, because I am planning out the upcoming Nerf situation. Is there anything you specifically want/need? Because a few of you, I want to make sure I'm not going to take my favorite people and totally try to hook them up to different degrees. So there's that. And I want to thank Max for constantly asking me questions so I can continue world building. And it has to be cheap tuna, though. They won't eat albacore. That makes perfect sense to me, too. I work the NFL draft today. The money they have and are throwing around is so silly. See, drives me nuts. People are starving, losing their homes, unable to afford medicine. And then people who are rather skilled at taking, say, in this case, hand egg. And I say hand egg in homage to there's that word again. I hope it's not an insult. My buddies like Johnny and Glenn, who the term football has an entirely different meaning. Of course, then again, these days I hear the word draft and I'm not thinking football either, but it's fascinating. LOL, Trey, same here. Cats don't like albacore. I'm glad I'm working indoors today. Okay. Hey, Max. Howdy, Carl. Hey, Max. Something tells me Nick slept well. I actually caught up on some sleep for a change. It is a rarity, but I did indeed catch up on one. And Foxy says, I guess I'm off for more cleaning, lurking mode engaged. Dun, 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 dun. Well, Foxy can always be lurking somewhere. Also, guys, please check out my Kickstarter. Currently money is moving in the opposite direction. Oh, no. And Kickstarter.com/project Mr. Rantastic League of Cryptic Frogs go to Loveland number 4. Opens a fancy feast, tasty trout to share with Max. Oh, no, that's terrible. I'll take a look at it when I'm on my home computer, Grant. Had a couple cancellations. One guy lowered his pledge just to a small tier. This is going to be a sign we see coming as the economy destabilizes. And a lot of people are going to be severing luxuries. Nick, you need your own windmill to power the inflatables in your yard. Oh, I need rows of solar panels and windmills. Yes. Good morning, friends. Good morning, Angelina. Angelina. Our hearts pine for Angelina. How are you, my dear Angelina? If I send... Well, you could take a picture and put it through Facebook. Hey, Angelina. Anyway. Hey, Angelina. That's awful, Grant. Off I go. Chicks get... All the ladies love a foam-blasted man. Yes, chicks, yes, they do. Good luck, Foxy. I found that's true, too. That is true, too. A wedding ring does encourage certain women. And the scariest time was when I was engaged. I had women crawl out of the woodwork that I've known for years suddenly take more than passing interest. Because apparently I am their fallback, and the idea that I was no longer available. There's a guy that some other woman has half trained. Oh, yeah. Too much chili powder in the brain soup. LOL. That was good. I made a very Nick meal for breakfast. I didn't do the toast, and I regret it just a bit. But 2 eggs done in the microwave with pepper and chili powder. Semi-scrambled, the routine. You get a nice little puck if you do it in a sprayed bowl. Slice of Munster, slice of bologna, nuked that whole thing to get it. Beautiful sandwich. Only regret was not toasting it. Not toasting the bread first. But it wasn't drippy. It was a good sandwich. I am debating another, but I have to be careful because I love eggs, but they don't always love me. Howdy, Trelane and Donna. Howdy, Max. I'm going to start getting ready for work, guys. See you later. Oh, bye, Grant. Because 9 out of 10 married men are safe to be with. Come on. Do I look like any... I am the least intimidating person on the planet 99% of the time. And they are safe to be around. But I'm sure as heck not going to... anything. No, thank you. Poor Sander. Yep. Hopefully today he's feeling better. And later, Grant. And good morning. Good morning, Dawn. The amazing Dawn Dulas. My mistress mind behind the stories of her cats, Buddy and Georgette. And the picture of Georgette with her paw on your hand broke my heart. It was beautiful. How are you, my dear? Hey, Dawn. Sense a disturbance of the force. Dun, 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 Da-da-da-dun, dun, 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 da-da-dun, dun, da-da-dun, 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 dun, dun, da-da-dun. Yeah, let's go before I get sued. Anyway, hey, Dawn. Something like that, I suppose. That's right. Thought of me and there was a little bit of a tingle, a little bit of brain spasm. Yeah, that's right. You're welcome. What can I say except you're welcome? Well, it is as clean as I am. Getting it for now. Rock on and congratulations. We're proud of you. Would a reverse hat man just look like a bald skater bully? He's a hater bully. No, I believe that Angelina Jolie thinks about me as much as I think about her. No, I believe that woman needs a cheeseburger. But no, I believe that there's usually balance. There's usually balance. Good or bad, there's usually a bit of a balance. And in the short run, it leans towards bad, and in the long run, it leans towards good, and faith manages. But yeah, reverse hat man probably is that gentleman who shows up usually in a suit and tells people that competently they can get through things. I do not need to have faith in the existence of angels. There are forces of great and powerful good out there. And blessed are those who go through life with only faith that they exist. In that category, I am not so blessed. Good morning, everyone. I hope all of you had an enjoyable weekend. Indeed. LOL, Max. Do you know about the Hat Man? Hey, Chris. Chris? Not really, but I've heard he visits under the effects of Benadryl. I've always thought he was supposed to look like a businessman. From deep psychology discussions to eating pet food, it's all here. Would you expect anything less from me? I mean, mine is the channel that there may be sword fighting, there may be art, there may be gaming of one sort or another. There could be a Let's Play if I were in the right mood. One of these days, I'm going to have a Twitch to sit down and play Minecraft and just be like, okay, we're watching the Nick's new show. Nick sucks at Minecraft. Let's go. And yes, he appears in dreams, and many people describe him to look similar amongst various people. He's more a modern Jungian archetype. Let's go, Jungian. Yes, Carl, my man Carl, the other Carl, not this Carl. Love his stuff. Always interesting. Not sure I agree with 100% of it. You got to beware of those AI psychology channels that spout varied processes of Jung because AI lies. Squee! And interesting. And I'm back for a while. Foxy's back. She's back again. Foxy's back. Now phone a friend. Anyway. Hey, man, some certain dog treats aren't that bad. I'm not surprised. Cat food has a higher content than dog food. That's why dogs will eat it over dog food. That makes sense. And when I worked at the shelter, I don't even want to know what ended up in my... Yo! I've been a denizen of the internet far too long. I've walked I've stumbled into many an accidental chat room and heard and seen horrors which the mind. Oh, I was supposed to do a content poll today. I did not get that set up. Oh well, I may mess with that later. Sorry, I saw my post-it note. Late, but I did see it. Yes, we're just going to skip over the phrasing of that. And those peanut butter biscuits are probably better than a ship's biscuit. I can believe it. I need to send you the reel of VeggieTales done in 80s style, 80s metal style. I'm here for that. Mother's Day is Sunday, May 10th. I thank you. My emergency Nerf list here. We're gonna put you over here because you aren't a reference thing. I'm gonna have to take down that picture, but okay. Mother's Day, May 10th. Okay, we're going to do that. I've filled up the parts of my computer I can stick sticky notes to. I have a wall, don't worry. And George always has to taste everything we ate. Teeny little bits were so cute. Danger. That makes sense. You got to be careful because some food is dangerous. It's hilarious when our cats are offered my food and reject it. She makes you eat that crap. Yeah, a lot of times they just want right of first refusal. But you know who has stuff I just never would refuse if I had access? Alrighty. Yes, Inigo does that too. Like, wait, what is this? Houston, Texas Day. Sorry, I slept in this Monday. If you have a chance to sleep in restfully on a Monday, just do it. Oddly enough, he liked green peppers. Ted would make him a mini cheeseburger the size of a bit larger than a pencil eraser. Oh, that's adorable! I cannot do green peppers. It's not that I mind the flavor, it's that my stomach reacts violently to them. Hey, Dave. And last night's storm helped me sleep. Now I'm not starting my Monday till noon. Time for breakfast! Sounds like a good breakfast. Oh, that's if you're talking about my sandwich, yes, it was fantastic. My babies. Right now she's demanding scritches. And hey, Dave, and I will just go to Morning Gang. Yeah, we're happy for that. Greetings. Morning, Dave. And hi, Max. Lego, Nick. He is Batman. Or Batman. Oh, yes. Oh, geez, those AI psych channels. Grrr. See, that needs to be a rap video. Just like take a minute, sit down, and rage against those AI chat channels. The secret you need to know as an empath to reach your true potential. This and other things will be revealed in my bizarre table book, The Alchemist's Guide to Empathy, or whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about. Dog gets green roomed. Not the green room. Okay, very few of you are going to get this reference, but I just saw MTGR as a skit from Teen Girl Squad from Homestar Runner. And now I can't not see it. Chips Biscuits would make a nice trick for the D&D party, indeed. Nick, I wasn't trying to be greedy. Those animals were animals. Uh-huh. But you can't hand phrasing like that to me. Don't do it. I worked very hard not to be a terrible person. I fail quite often. Oh, I've ended up with cat medicine. Yeah. Oh, totally connected to anything. But this is going to hit Trey very, very hard, I think, in the positive. If you haven't heard, because there's some kind of new Vampire Hunter D, one of the most neglected IPs on the planet, and it's terrible because if you get a chance to read the books or even better, listen to the full cast audios, do it. That being said, they are doing a remaster, a 4K remaster of Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust from the original 35 millimeter. It is to lose physical bodily control. I actually, you know what, I can show you. I don't know if you will be able to see, but on my wall of cool, which I have to fix, you see Vampire Hunter D in there next to the Shadowrun troll. Right under by the Shadowrun troll's hand is an actual frame from one of the 35 millimeter films of that. And sorry, so we're delighting on randomness. I've ended up with cat medicine spat all over me before. I know what you mean. I got some before and after the sink incident. Actually, more like coughed on me. Uh-huh. Yeah, they can't spit, but they do project well. You have my deepest condolences, Chris. And project, yes. And many hugs for Chris. That is a very interesting mental image, like The Exorcist, indeed. I do quite like that. Although I don't, hey, if you're ever lonely, if you're ever really lonely at night, turn off all the lights and start watching The Exorcist. Suddenly, you won't feel alone anymore. Cat homesteading. Wait. If any animal needs one, Carl, I prefer red. The red ones are a little better. Like purple peppers? I don't think I've ever seen purple peppers. Wait a second. Polly picked a pack of purple peppers. There it goes, peppers. I preferred red to green. The purple ones are slightly sweeter. I kind of like the orange ones. Charcoal is sitting at my desk. She's not missing lunch today. Happens. I haven't tried any of the purple ones. I like the yellow ones. Orange ones aren't bad either. Yep, the little bell peppers of any color on my plate, I will devour them. Yeah, but I will tell you, whatever is in the green ones, that acidic, it tastes like burnt plastic to me. It's probably some kind of genetic flaw. But we all have our flaws. But what we also have is an opportunity for music.
It's time to scan, that is the plan, with Carl and Dawn to catch a fawn or unicorn. We're so forlorn, we got a cap, so here's our rep. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we've got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too. Munsey is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your chair. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too.
Alrighty, where are we? They have them last year at Farmer's Market, the purple ones, I mean. Hadn't seen them before that. Bought many of them, chopped them, and froze them. Sounds good. After cat lunch, we are off to Terre Haute in Certain. Rhymes with boat to Muncie, and inserting Dawn makes everything a little bit more interesting. And chair. Enjoy the event. Enjoy your parents while you still have them around. Even if you don't always agree with them, you can always find something to talk about that isn't bad. Once they're gone, you won't be able to. I actually am planning to call mine later today. I've done a lot of things that were difficult. I graduated college, my bachelor's. I have worked jobs most people can't fathom. Technically, yeah, I've pulled people out, burning buildings, a few other things. But there's nothing to scratch the difficulty arc of parenting. And I mean, if you are actually doing the best you can, I won't say doing it right because nobody parents right. Everybody screws something up. But if you actually do the best you can, it is the most exhausting, identity destroying job you can have. Because at some point you have to not matter. Your comfort, your health, your whatever does not matter to do what needs done. And that may not be the healthiest, but that's been my experience. That being said, I'd never change it. I'd never give it up. I love my son. And my experience is far from the norm, and I understand that. And in many ways, I'm blessed in ways many people never have the opportunity to be. But yeah, appreciate your folks. I got to reach out to mine. We're going to make plans to get together. That's my plan anyway. And the event was yesterday, but all the virtual cards are still there. Well, that's good. My mom's been in the hospital, so any good thoughts? Of course. Always Foxy. Sorry, Foxy. I'm going to run an ad. Yeah. It has been a rough run, hasn't it? A lot of people are going through it. I hope yours gets better. So let's see. I already ran Foxy's ad. Okay, I need to run a cheerful ad. Oh, I know what ad I'll run. And Donna says, I'm a double orphan. Both parents are gone. I'm sorry to hear that, Donna. My dad's been gone a few years. Mom's been, mostly forever. And hugs. Yeah. Hugs for Donna. And you're more than welcome for playing your ad, Dawn. I also want to, because I realized I didn't do this earlier, want to remind folks they still have the opportunity. One of the hardest things to realize in America is that long after a condition is treated, the bills remain. And in many cases, the bills are more intimidating than the treatments itself. So if you can do anything to help Ted and Dawn deal with the cost of survival, essentially, please do what you can. This shirt's just an amazing investment. Oh, of course. I just got reminded that cat lunch needs to be served soon. Yep, that means I got to run one more ad, guys.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
Yep, folks, let me look at these last couple comments. Recovery is going slow in one spot. His right gum is still bulging. If we can get that pain to go down, we will be in good shape to get him to bulk up. Hugs for Ted. See y'all later. Yeah, guys, what can I say? We have a long week ahead of us, and we're going to make it how we need it to be. So I hope you guys can go forth with spite and defiance and keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating, because as long as you do, you can edit it, you can improve it. You can't edit a blank page. Guys, please know that I love you and you should too. Toodles.